Have you ever chased a phantom dream, only to taste the bitter brew of reality, yet found sweetness in the pursuit itself? Envision the dusty tang of ancient ruins on your tongue, the cool touch of stone barriers echoing centuries of solitude, while the faint aroma of aged spirits whispers promises of fulfillment amid endless years, like those historical voyagers, akin to Ponce de Leon seeking the fountain of youth, driven by an unquenchable thirst that defines their very existence. This captures the soul of Episode 5 of Sousou no Frieren Season 2, released on February 13, 2026, a poignant stop in the party's arduous trek through the northern plateau, where immortal longings clash with mortal passions. I was personally struck by its quiet revelations, like a hidden vein of or in a forsaken mine, hinting at deeper veins of meaning without unearthing all secrets. But what if the true elixir isn't in the bottle, but in the scars of the search? You'll sense the weight of forgotten vows, the sting of playful deceptions, and an urgent pull to discover how such pursuits reshape destinies, luring you not to the plot, but to the enigma of your own unfulfilled yearnings. Streaming on Crunchyroll, this episode unfolds in two intertwined tales, building from the previous one's entry into the harsh plateau with its monster skirmishes and budding tensions. Imagine yourself as Frieren, much like a weary traveler in the Gold Rush era, stumbling upon old acquaintance Fass, a dwarf obsessed with Bosshaft, the legendary emperor's spirit, after 200 years of hunting, echoing those epic pursuits in history where men chased mirages for glory. Frieren aids him in cracking a magical barrier in ancient ruins, a 3-month ordeal revealing the drink's shocking origin. Meanwhile, the party reaches the Norm Company's domain, a once mighty trading fortress now faltering, where Frieren faces a debt from 80 years past, leading to a comical stint in the mines before a clever twist aids their revival. This propels the journey onward, blending personal debts with broader aid, leaving you pondering. Will these detours forge unbreakable bonds, or merely delay the inevitable storms? The intrigue simmers like a slow-fermenting brew, beckoning you to watch for the flavors that emerge unforeseen. This episode ambles like a caravan through history's trade routes, such as the Silk Road's winding paths laden with unexpected treasures, advancing the narrative by emphasizing the plateau's perils and the party's role in aiding locals. Key revelations include the alcohol's prankish truth and Frieren's historical ties to the Norm Company, with no sharp twists but a subtle cliffhanger in the strengthened alliances hinting at tougher trials. Pacing balances leisurely introspection with brisk action, like mining sequences, maintaining dramatic poise. Fans on Reddit and X often query cloudy aspects like the 3-month time skip. Does it undercut urgency? Drawing from manga chapters 69, Bosshaft, The Emperor's Spirit, and 70, The Norm Company, it clarifies. The skip mirrors Elf's timeless view, contextualizing Frieren's growth since Season 1's exam arc. Previous episodes' monster fights, Episode 4, lead here, underscoring the show's core. Journeys aren't linear, but layered with side quests that build character. X threads highlight how Fass's arc echoes earlier detours, like the hot spring letdown, revealing the North's isolation demands such interventions. In essence, it's no mere filler. The manga shows these as crucibles for empathy, explaining why Frieren now embraces human-like purpose. Frieren's psychological layers unfold like an ancient scroll, her hidden wounds from boundless lifespan motivating a reluctant aid to Fass, consistent with her detachment, yet transformative as she admires his zeal, surprising in her quiet empathy. Fass embodies raw motivation, his 200-year quest healing isolation through dedication, choices that surprise with resilient joy. Fern and Stark grow subtly, their frustrations in the mines revealing maturing patience, dialogues, shifting from impatience to understanding. These evolutions feel organic, bridging Episode 4's awkward intimacies into collective strength. Power here lies in perseverance, questioning morality through Fass's blind faith. Does sacrifice for a lie hold value? Survival manifests in the Norm Company's struggle, hope versus despair in mining's drudgery, where choices echo historical merchants, risking all for trade routes' promise. Themes probe deeper. Long-lived races chase obsessions to combat despair, like elves' pranks or dwarfs' hunts, raising queries on identity. What gives meaning to immortality? These surface in Frieren's reflections, leaving you contemplating your own pursuits. New history enriches the universe. Elves' millennia-spanning jests complicate magic's whimsy, while the Norm Company's armed caravans add geopolitical depth, like medieval guilds facing decline, heightening the North's isolation and interdependence. The script shines poetic and sharp, sidestepping cliches. Frieren's understated lines on the prank carry foreshadowing heft, resonating post-credits like a lingering aftertaste, akin to Aesop's fables where simple words unveil truths. Exchanges like Fass's defiant toast build suspense, immersing you in the scene. Feel the ruins chill, the bottle's cork pop, as if you're toasting a hard-won victory in your life's own saga. Curiosity curiosity swelling for what deceptions might next unravel. Art director Seiji Nishimoto orchestrates a symphony of detail. Fluid barrier-cracking sequences contrast stillness in minds, colors shifting from warm tavern ambers to cold subterranean blues, symbolizing illusion versus grit. Lighting casts elongated shadows during revelations, movement surges in caravan defenses. These evoke emotional resilience, where beauty signifies endurance over mere allure. Kudos to the animators and visuals director for transforming visuals into timeless echoes. Director Keiichiro Saito employs angles like overhead ruin shots and tight-deck confrontations to heighten tension, compositions framing isolation, editing rhythms pulsing like a miner's pickaxe, amplifying inner conflicts. Evan calls OST haunts as a spectral guide, motifs crescendoing in discovery moments to etch into recall, elevating humor. Silence in the reveal booms louder than clamor, reminiscent of quiet pauses in epic sagas. Atsumi Tanizaki as Frieren conveys timeless weariness with subtle tremor, embodying reluctant wisdom. Takahito Koyasu as Fast delivers intensity in gravelly timbre, capturing obsessive fire. Their intensities soulfully intertwine, pulling you into the characters' cores. This episode left me scarred with wonder, a mix of amusement and awe at Fast's unyielding spirit, like witnessing a historical underdog triumph against odds. The pivotal reveal, a collision of whimsy and willpower, breaks illusions, shifting views on value. It mirrors universal riddles. What worth lies in our chases if ends deceive? You'll taste the brew's irony, hear the pickaxe's echo, questioning your quests, suspense urging you to watch lest the answers slip away. Some critique the episode's slow complexity or opaque resolutions, like the forced positivity in Fast's acceptance, but reverse that. It's deliberate, akin to Chaucer's tales using irony for depth, thematic choices underscoring journey's joy. The split structure adds opacity, yet enriches layers. Balanced, it's thoughtful with minor fermentations that enhance flavor. Episode 5 strengths, profound themes, heartfelt humor, surpass subtle pacing dips, triumphing in weaving eternity's weight into everyday acts. I anticipate grander horizons. But what if this elixir is your own, a sip demanding you confront what truly quenches the soul? Watch, and let it become the essential draft in your life's lingering odyssey.